Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are tuned in watching our pre-show here for the Community Care virtual auction, we hope you're getting ready for the night of the year. If you haven't registered for our program so far, please be sure to do so. The easiest way to do it is just text the word Advent to 72727. I'll say it one more time for you. Text the word Advent to 72727. Get ready. That's the way to be part of all the fun. You see there on your screen the countdown clock. Our program begins in less than 25 minutes. We're getting ready to roll with Advent Health, West Florida's Community Care virtual auction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching our pre-show as we get ready for the Community Care virtual auction, know that we are just moments away from beginning our program. We're going to come at you at 6 o'clock straight up as we support Advent Health West Florida. So if you're not registered for our program yet, please make sure you do so. To do that, all you have to do is text the word Advent to 72727. Once again, that's text the word Advent to 72727. That will allow you to bid on some of our great silent and live auction items. It will also give you an opportunity to donate during our Give from the Heart portion of the program, which will come up later this evening. The main program gets underway at 6 p.m. You got about 20 minutes to go until we come at you with the Community Care virtual auction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just moments away from beginning the program here this evening as we support Advent Health at this year's Community Care Virtual Auction. If you are watching our program, thank you so much. We are less than 15 minutes away from the program beginning. You also want to make sure that you are registered for the auction and the donating part of the program. If you haven't registered for that part yet, all you have to do is text the word Advent to 72727. I'll say it one more time. You're going to text the word Advent to 72727. That way you can be all part of the fun, all part of the donating and the giving and the supporting of Advent Health. You look up there on the screen and you see that our program is less than 15 minutes from starting. So if you haven't found the most comfortable chair in your house, we encourage you to do so and get ready, get set. We're about to go with Advent Health's 2020 Community Care Virtual Auction. minutes, less than 10 minutes to go till our program begins. We're here to support Advent Health West Florida. This is the Community Care Virtual Auction. For those of you who have joined us for the pre-show, thank you for tuning in early. We know it sounds good. We know it looks good. We're about to give you a great program coming up straight ahead at 6 p.m. I will also tell you that if you haven't registered for the auction yet, I will tell you just how to do this. Understand that if you're already watching the program, don't go anywhere. You're in the perfect spot. But to register for the auction, to be able to donate, to be able to bid on the auction items, you have to be registered. To do that, make sure you go to send a text message to 72727. The word that you're going to text to that number is Advent. Once again, text the word Advent to 72727. Our program begins in less than 10 minutes, so get ready, get set. We're about to go with the Community Care Virtual Auction benefiting Advent Health. Ladies and gentlemen, This will be the last time that you hear my voice before we begin our main program here at the Community Care Virtual Auction benefiting Advent Health. But my voice now is telling you that if you haven't found the most comfortable chair in your house, if you haven't gathered your group together to watch this, get the whole family and be prepared to be wowed and entertained and understand the mission and all the tremendous work that Advent Health is doing, now is the time to do it. We're about 4 minutes away from beginning our main program. So if you're watching us now, continue to watch. If you haven't registered for the auction, you can still do that as well. You got a few minutes left on that. Text the word Advent to 72727. Text the word Advent to 72727. That'll allow you to bid on the auction items. And also tonight in the Give from the Heart, you'll be able to donate and support the amazing cause that is Advent Health. The program begins at 6 o'clock. We'll be back in just a few moments with our live program here supporting Advent Health. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Advent Health Community Care Virtual Auction. All right, I am Jason Alpert. I will be your auctioneer, your host, and all-around fun maker here this evening, right? We are coming to you from the J. Thor Production Studios. I will tell you that we are a small but mighty studio audience made up of the foundation staff and, of course, our mobile bidding partner, Qtego. I will tell you that we have got about 10 minutes left in the silent auction for this program, so we'll be talking you through all the different fundraising elements to support Advent Health during this virtual fundraiser and this auction. But you've got just about 9 minutes now left in the silent auction. If you haven't gotten registered for the auction yet, you can still do so and take a quick browse of those items, get ready for the live auction, and certainly for the Give from the Heart portion of the program. To get registered, all you have to do is text the word Advent to 72727. I'll say it one more time because it's important. Text the word Advent to 72727. So that's only if you want to get registered for the auction, which I certainly assume and hope that you all would. Now, in just a minute, you will hear from Advent Health Foundation West Florida Vice President Kristen McCall. But first, we want to show you a reminder that no matter how hard times get for us all these days, humans are resilient, humans are loving, and most of all, humans are incredible.
Lately, we fall asleep with more weight on our minds, bodies, and souls. Yet every morning our eyelids open up, our muscles lift, our neurons fire, and our body performs countless miracles to keep us going. But the greater miracle? How we keep each other going. How sharing love and courage gives hope to all of us who just want humanity to feel more whole right now. We humans, we're incredible. Our collective strength draws from every single body. Let's keep taking care of them. Let's keep taking care of each other.
Welcome and good evening. What a wonderful video highlighting our incredible teams and the power of support and love that we've seen throughout the past 6 months. My name is Kristen McCall and I am the Vice President of Advent Health Foundation West Florida. It is truly my pleasure to welcome you to our 2020 Community Care Virtual Auction. And I must say, it feels pretty good to get dressed up. I don't know about you all, but loungewear has become my new best friend these past 6 months. And if you're like me and decided to put on fancy clothes tonight, or even if you didn't, please don't forget to post your photos on social media using hashtag #AHSpreadThanks. Or you can text your photos to 985-287-4688, and they will automatically be featured in tonight's program. Your health and safety are our priority, which is why we canceled this year's Starlight Gala. Although we can't be together in person, we look forward to staying connected and celebrating the power of compassion and community with this live experience. For those of you who don't know, the Advent Health Foundation West Florida supports essential projects throughout each of our local West Florida Division hospitals. From Ocala to Tampa, all the way to Heartland, when you give through the foundation, you are making a difference close to your home. It is now my great honor to introduce tonight's opening entertainment, the Academy Prep of Tampa Music Program Director, Keith Allen, and the Academy Prep of Tampa Youth Choir.
Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. We want the world to know we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be you and me. You just wait and see what you can see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope that you decide kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. 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 All you gotta do is just put a little love in your heart. Put a little love, put a little love, put a little love in your heart. Woo! Put a little love in your heart. All right. Put a little love in your heart.
Wow, what a beautiful performance. Thank you, Academy Prep, for bringing joy to our community through your special talents. I'd like to recognize our presenting sponsor who made tonight's auction possible. Thank you to the Stanley Cup winners, our very own Tampa Bay Lightning, for your dedication to our mission and the generous support you've shown our healthcare heroes since March. Congratulations on an amazing season and for bringing so much excitement to our communities. Go Bolts! I'd also like to thank our title sponsor, Robbins & Morton. Thank you to the Glazer Family Foundation and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for your tremendous commitment to Advent Health and our mission. Last but not least, thank you to all of our other passionate sponsors who made tonight possible. Tonight, you will hear incredible testimonies that demonstrate Advent Health's compassionate, whole person care and be a part of a high energy live auction. I hope you're ready. Proceeds from the auction go toward our Community Care Fund, which launched this past March in response to COVID-19 relief efforts. The fund provides equipment, supplies, and other life-saving resources to support the health and well-being of our patients and team members in times of crisis. Tonight is the night. Tonight is your chance to give from the heart and truly make a remarkable impact to help our healthcare heroes. But before this all begins, please help me welcome a special guest, Joey Rivera, Advent Health's West Florida Division's Associate Vice President of Mission and Ministry, to lead us in prayer.
Years ago, when I was in junior high, I was introduced to rock rappelling. For those of you who do not know what rock rappelling is, let me describe it for you. Imagine standing on a perfectly good edge of a very high precipice, and you voluntarily choose to step off that perfectly good ledge, hundreds of feet above a very hard ground, thumbing your nose at the law of gravity as you put your life into that thin 70-millimeter climbing rope. Sounds like fun, right? Well, that's what I thought at first, until I was harnessed up and looked over the ledge into the oblivion. The instructor asked me to stand at the edge with my back to the never-ending precipice and lean back over the abyss. I dutifully stepped to the ledge and turned my back. I grabbed the rope with my hands and I took a deep breath. At that moment, I remember looking at the rope in my hands and thinking how thin it was. In my mind, it looked like a dental floss. And while my mind was trying to convince my body that we can do this, my body was shouting back, "Nope, not gonna happen." I quickly and confidently stepped away from the ledge. The instructor worked really hard to convince me that I can do this and that it would be very safe. But all I remember was his lips moving and me shaking my head no. After a few moments, which felt like hours, the lead instructor came over and calmly got my attention. He pulled out of his pocket a short piece of climbing rope and had me look at the crosscut. The instructor took time to explain how the rope was made up of all those strands weaved together to make it strong enough to carry a load of 2,600 pounds. After a bit, With the instructor, I moved back to the edge. I kept my eyes on him and my hands firmly wrapped around that rope. And with a deep breath, I stepped off the edge. Within a few moments, I had a wonderful time jumping and swinging while attached to that very powerful rope that was made up of many cords. In Ecclesiastes 4:12, it says, "And one standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two stand back to back, and three is even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken." We were created to be connected with each other. True connections take time, commitment, and courage. While social media today can make it seem like bonding is as easy as hitting the like button, we are called to go deeper with each other, and that means making relationships a priority. In this 2020 crazy and painful year, many circumstances had impacted our capacity for connection. But we can all pause and ask, what can I truly do to connect with people that I love and the community of which I work and live in? Even a little bit of our time or encouragement can make a big difference. Being intertwined means choosing to stay, to support, to listen, and to care even when it's hard. We live in a broken world, and we are broken people. That means inevitably conflicts will come, personalities will clash, and disappointments will happen. But we become stronger when we learn to relationally connect and invest in others with our time, love, and means. Because our strands of rope depend on each other. What happens to one happens to all of us. We're told that rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. We're to share with the happiness and the hard times. Relational community means we win together and we lose together. We cheer each other on, we hold each other up, and we keep Jesus the center of all that we do as we extend joy, peace, and love. This is when we become stronger. My prayer for you today is this. Oh God, you created us to be and to live in relational community. May we celebrate the strands of God's love and love that bind that ties us together. We give thanks for the gifts of creation and the gift of love, joy, and peace. Life moves toward life, and we see connection and restoration of the world toward holiness. Our seemingly separate lives become meaningful as we discover how necessary we are to each other. Help us to understand that if we agree to belong, we will feel called to a new way of living. Give us the courage to reach out for new and different levels of connection and support. All praise and thanks to you, eternal God of life, for the wonders of creation and all the possibilities that emerge from these new patterns of relational connection. May we always rise to the invitations of your grace to use the gifts of knowledge and of healing and the good of our community. Bless us with the spirit of justice and love, and we ask this in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Joey, for the important reminder that we are stronger together. We all have much to be grateful for tonight, and it's times like these that drive home the power of support. It is now my honor to introduce Advent Health West Florida Division CEO and President Mike Schultz.
Good evening, everyone. I want to personally welcome you to the Community Care virtual auction. Like many things in 2020, this event is being held a little differently. We're here together, virtually, so we can all stay healthy. While this year has had its challenges, we've also experienced joyous moments, including incredible support from community members like you. For our Advent Health teams, I can't say enough about the commitment and dedication you all have shown. From the front lines to the concierge and office staff, everyone has risen to the challenge. Advent Health has made safety a priority during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our goal is to keep our patients, team members, and community safe. When it comes to our team members, we've focused on them in every way possible, through financial support, emotional and spiritual support, and even providing extra help from dinners and discounted groceries to child care assistance. We want to alleviate whatever burdens we can. And you've been a big part of that, donating resources and meals, hosting parking lot prayers and parades. All those things mean so much to our team members. And they show just how incredible we are as human beings, the spirit that lives in each of us that gives us hope and keeps us going. Tonight is an exciting time to be together and celebrate all that you do, to celebrate our teams, and quite frankly, to celebrate the victories that we've had this year, even in a year with so many trials. Thank you again for your support and all that you do to lift up Advent Health West Florida Division so that we can continue giving back to our communities and providing the expert care that is needed now more than ever. Let's go back to Kristen and get things started.
Thank you, Mike. We are so fortunate to be surrounded by such giving communities and to have dedicated leadership who love us and keep us safe. Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? It is now my great pleasure to introduce our wonderful auctioneer, Jason Alpert. From NASCAR and the WWE to the Humane Society and Meals on Wheels to the Special Olympics and Walt Disney World, Jason has used his talents to bring energy and joy to millions of people, and he's helped worthy causes raise millions of dollars. We are so honored to have him back again this year to lead our live auction. Jason, take it away.
All right, Kristen, thank you so much, folks. I will tell you that Advent Health cannot continue to do the things they do in this community without people like you watching programs just like this one, helping them raise the much-needed funds to continue that life-saving work. Now, as we head into the live auction, I'm going to ask you to do two really important things. As an auctioneer, they're two of my most favorite things. Number one is to bid, and number two is to bid high, right? So get ready to do that. Understand that all of your bidding this evening and donating is going to be done from your phones. So as you look at your bidding device, whether it's your phone, it could be your tablet, it could be your smart TV, however you've decided to register and log on for our auction this evening, everything is done from your phone. So I'll have mine out, I'll be watching the auction. I'm going to encourage you all to have your phones out, your tablets out, getting ready to bid and donate as we go through the program. Understand that as we're about to start the live auction, if you so feel compelled to donate during this part of the program and not necessarily bid on one of the auction items, you can do that at any time that you want. We're going to have our Give from the Heart moment later on in the program, but as I mentioned, anytime you want to donate, you can do it. It's very simple. The first option is simply to go to the donate button on your phone. You can tap that donate button and it will take you to a screen to donate. If you don't want to do that, all you have to do is reply to any text message that you have received from Qtego. Qtego is the mobile bidding platform that we're using for this event. They've been texting you throughout the night and day, getting you ready for the program. Reply to any text message with the word give, space, and the dollar amount you want to donate, right? So some of the instructions are right there on the screen. So all you have to do, the word give, space, and the dollar amount you want to donate. So as we head into the live auction, get ready. You can either donate, or when you want to bid on the items, you can certainly bid on the items. Now, remember, folks, tonight's donations are going to the Foundation's Community Care Fund, which provides equipment, supplies, and other essential resources to support patients, community members, and Advent Health team members during this difficult time. Just recently, the Foundation, the Community Care Fund, funded 10 Aeroclave units for Advent Health ambulances. These systems eliminate the COVID-19 virus and other pathogens from surfaces in just 30 minutes. How timely is that? We're grateful for all the support our communities have shown our Advent Health hospitals, but there's still more work to be done. You can still make an impact, and that's what we're going to ask you to continue to do this evening. Make an impact. Our frontline heroes are working so hard. Let's come together to help support their efforts. And with that, I'm ready to get the auction started. I know you at home are ready to get the auction started. How about here in the studio? We ready to get the auction started? All right. Well, the votes are in. Let's get the auction started. Here's how it's going to work. As I mentioned, everything is done on your phones. The first live auction item will be force-fed to your device that you are bidding from. And when I say force-fed, it tees me up perfectly for our first auction item because it is called Food is Love at Forbici Modern Italian, right? It's in Hyde Park and it is amazing food, but it's not just the food. It's the atmosphere. It's the ambiance. You want to take a break from all that extra cooking that you've been doing during quarantine? This is your opportunity to do that. Now, this is going to be a dinner for 6. It's going to include your wines, but listen, it's not for me to tell you about it. It's for our good friend, Jeff Gigante, who is not only a board member with the Carolwood Foundation, the board chair, but he's also the co-owner of Forbici. Jeff?
Good evening, everyone. At Forbici, we believe in the power of food as our love language. Our dining experience is designed to bring families and friends together so they can create shared memories that will last forever. I'm so excited to offer a custom 4-course dinner and a wine pairing for 6 people. Now more than ever, we need that human connection. The winner of this auction item is going to sit at this very table and look forward to gathering loved ones and coming to Forbici for an exclusive and unforgettable meal. All right, Jason, back to you. Help raise a lot of money for Advent Health's life-saving work.
All right, Jeff, I can only do so much. You're the one who's really helping by making this donation, because between you and Joe Gigino, the co-owner and also co-board member of the Carrollwood Board, you too are huge supporters of this event, of the foundation, of Advent Health, and we hope people want to bid high on this. And I will also tell you what I have a feeling Jeff is willing to do, that the higher the bid, the finer the wines are that he brings out for this dinner, right? So again, it is a dinner for 6 with wine pairings, a 4-course wine dinner. I will tell you that this is a custom menu. You will work with the executive chef at Forbici, and you will put together the menu along with Jeff to make sure that it is the night of the year for you. So we started off the bidding on this one at just $500. Understand how the live auction process will work is that I've got screens in front of me that tell me who my top bidders are. We had a $500 bid from Jennifer Russ. We got a $600 bid from Joe Kokalakis. It was $600. Then we now have a $700 bid from Brad Bjornstead. Folks, it always seems the bidders in these auctions have a lot of consonants that are together in their name for the auctioneer when I'm trying to use names, right? But I'm okay with that. So we had a $500 bid, $600 bid, and a $700 bid. Understand that Forbici was created to bring together friends and family to share food and good company and make memories. And tonight, it's not only going to make memories, but it's going to make money and raise funds for Advent Health. So we had a $500 bid, a $600 bid, and we're at $700. This is a dinner for 6 people. Right now, we're at about $115 a person for a 4-course wine dinner. I need an $800 bid. We got an $800 bid from Courtney Sanchez. Who's going to give me 9? Is there a $900 bidder out there anywhere? Folks, let's get those bids in quick. The way it's going to work, we got a $900 bid from Colleen Chappell. Thank you, Colleen. The way it's going to work is after these bids start coming in, and I'm going to wait and see if Courtney or Brad or Joseph wants to come back one more time and get that $1,000 bid in. Understand that when that $1,000 bid comes in, it's a nice round even number. Your accountant will thank me, right? Let's just get $1,000 on this right now. But how the live auction is going to work is in a moment, I am going to give a 30-second warning. When I give that 30-second warning, you're going to see a counter on your phone. It will count you down to the last second of this auction, and when it says closed, it is closed. So I, as the auctioneer, actually do not say sold. I do not close this auction item. It will close on your phone. But we do have a new $1,000 bid. Jason Dunkel is in at $1,000, and Colleen Chappell says, no way, I got you, Jason. I'm in at $1,100. I need a $1,200 bid. Is there a $1,200 bidder out there anywhere? Right now at $1,200, it would be only $200 a person for what could be the dinner of the year, right? The VIP table. They will take great care of you. I need a $1,200 bid on this one more time. Who's going to go $1,200? Is Brad going to come back? Is Courtney Sanchez coming in one time? Jason Dunkel, I'm looking at you. And by looking at you, I mean looking at your name on this screen right here, or maybe looking right in that camera up there at you, Jason. Are you going to come back at $1,200 before we wrap this one up? Again, remember, I'm going to put a 30-second counter, and when that 30-second counter goes on the clock, all you're going to have to do is hit that button and donate in those last 30 seconds. We got a $1,200 bid now from Jason Dunkel. He's back. Colleen and Jason are going back and forth one more time. We're going to see who's going to drive the bid up high enough and who's going to tee it up and win our first live auction item. So Colleen, are you going to come back one more time at $1,300, or is there a donor out there who's lying in the weeds and just waiting? We're about to find out. As I mentioned, that 30-second counter, I'm going to ask you, Tego, to go ahead and put that 30-second counter on the clock right now. Understand how this works. As you look down at your bidding device, you'll see a timer on there. When it gets down to 0 and closes, no more bids will come in. So I'm going to watch this screen one more time. Colleen Chappell was in at $1,100. Jason Dunkel came in at $1,200. We need a $1,300 bidder out there. Does anybody want to go one more time, folks? Think about the pasta. Think about the smells. Think about the best meatballs in town, right? The bids continue to come in. Some of the finest food connoisseurs in town are bidding on this item right now. I'm watching the bids come in, folks, and we're going to encourage you. Who's going to get in one more time and place that final bid and walk away with this amazing dinner? I'm going to wait and see at that screen. And again, I've got these screens in here that I look at, and as soon as they say close, we will know it is closed, and we will know that we are finished. You can look at your phones also and your devices and see who's going to win this. It is a dinner for 6 at the last minute. How about that? We have got a $1,400 bid from Joe Kokalakis. Sold, thank you, from Advent Health, right? That is a great way to kick off our live auction. And thank you so much to Joe and Jeff for making that donation. Let's move on to our next live auction lot. This live auction lot, folks, I will tell you, is as unique as any live auction lot at any event that you go to. The Tampa Bay Lightning, oh, by the way, the Stanley Cup champions, right? They have put together a package that I haven't ever seen before in the hundreds of events that I have done. And I will tell you, they have said, you know what? We're going to bring 10 fans out to Amalie Arena. And at Amalie Arena, they're going to watch the game. And initially, you're thinking to yourself, what's the big deal, right? We can do that. That's in a lot of auctions. What if I tell you that you're the only 10 people in the entire arena as far as fans are concerned? Because this is for an away game. You and your friends and family will be sitting in the stands watching the away game on the Jumbotron screen. They will make it feel like a game atmosphere there for you, right? They will have the food. They will have the drinks at the Fire Stick Grill before the game. You'll have a private meet and greet with former players and alumni. The Thunderbug mascot will be there. A private tour of the locker room, folks. No one gets to go in the locker room. It is off limits unless you have an opportunity like this. You want parking? Yeah, we're going to give you parking, of course, at the arena. No one else will be there, but you're not parking where the regulars park. You're parking where the players park. So you're going to have VIP parking right into the arena where the players park. And oh, by the way, not for nothing, a Lightning jersey with your name on the back of it. So this is as unique an auction package as you will find. Sit there with your friends and family in the arena. Make it feel like a game day experience, although it's an away game, but it is a watch party. Folks, we had a bid. Andrew Morgan was in at $2,250. Garland Johnson came in at $2,500. Tom Pepin was in at $2,750. Garland Johnson came back at $3,000, and our top bidder right now is Tom Pepin at $3,250. I now need a $3,500 bidder out there. Does Garland Johnson want to come back one more time at $3,500? Does Andrew Morgan, who was in at $2,250, laying low for a little while, does he want to come back at $3,500? Folks, you can't buy this sort of experience anywhere else unless you're at an event like this one. So Andrew Morgan started off the bidding for us. John Fields was also in there at $1,250. He got in early, but then it was Garla and John and Garla and Andrew going back and forth, and Tom Pepin is still our top bidder on this one at $3,250. I got a $3,500 bid from Joe Johnson. Joe is in at $3,500. Who's going to go $3,750? Is there a donor at $3,750 before we put the counter on this? I'd love to see a few more bids before we put that counter on, because I know people get trigger happy with that finger, right? Get that button, finger on that button. Understand that it says submit my bid. All you have to do, the number is populated there for you already. The next bid is populated on your phone, so you hit submit my bid. You can bid higher than whatever the next bid would be. But I got Joe Johnson as my top bidder at $3,500. Is there a $3,750 bidder who's going to go one time before we put the counter on? Understand when that counter goes on, you got 30 seconds and then it's going to close out. We're at $3,500 now. Anybody in at $3,750? We got $3,750. Tom Pepin's back. Who's going to go $3,500? I'm sorry, who's going to go $4,000? Apparently auctions go the other way. Is there a $4,000 bid yet? Anybody in at $4,000? I'm going to look at you, Joe Johnson. I'm going to look at you, Garland Johnson, one more time. Joe Johnson is in at $4,000. Is there a donor at $4,250? Is there a $4,250 bidder out there? Anybody want to go? Who's going to go one time? Anybody want to go? Who's going to go one time? Anybody want to go? Who's going to get in at $4,250? Autumn, let's go ahead and put that 30-second counter on the clock. So what you'll see on your phone any moment now, a 30-second counter countdown will begin on your phones or on your device, your tablet, wherever you're bidding. You are going to be in Amalie Arena. You're going to have the security, you're going to have the staff, you're going to have the wait staff at the restaurant, but beside that, you're the only fans there. They've turned the Jumbotron screen on for you. You get to watch whatever game you want. We do have new bids coming in right now. They continue to scroll in. You've got just a few moments left in this auction. We're going to see who's going to win. As soon as I'm told closed, as soon as I see it on the screen, I will announce who is closing out and who is going to win this item. Is there a bidder who wants to get it so badly they're willing to bid it up high and bid it up often? The bids continue to roll. I'm watching them right now, folks. In a few moments, I'll be able to tell you who is going to have this experience. 10 people at Amalie Arena, and then we will know who our winner is. And they could be the fan of all fans. So here we go. It is now closed. Our winner at $5,000 is Joe Johnson. We are sold. Thank you from Advent Health. Folks, I can tell you before we move on to our next live auction item, not only do I want to congratulate Joe and certainly the other donors who bid back and forth to get the bid up to that level, we do want to make one other announcement. As many of you know, if you pre-registered for this event, you were entered to win a prize package. It's 4 tickets to a Tampa Bay Lightning game with premier third-row seating right behind the goalie and a signed Nikita Kucherov jersey. So we picked that random winner. And that random winner, and I'm telling you folks, karma really works sometimes. It just happens to be Supriya Taneja, and you might know that name because, oh, by the way, the Taneja Center for Surgery is opening in September of 2021. Advent Health Tampa is opening that facility. It is a 6-story surgical expansion that's been made possible thanks to the generous gift from the Taneja family. So, Supriya, thank you for you and your family and all you've done. But congratulations, you've just won the 4 Lightning tickets, the premier premium tickets, right behind the goal, and that Nikita Kucherov jersey. So let's give her a round of applause. And I will tell you, that round of applause is not only for her, but it's really for everyone who registered, right? Because you all were part of that, and we had to pick one winner, and we did pick it. So let's move on. Our next live auction package, this one right now, the title of it is Paradise Calling. It is a private flight to the Bahamas. Now, this is a 2-part package. It was donated by Bagley Promotional Products and Apparel and Ken McKay and Sally McBride combined to bring this package together. And you want to travel, many of us do, but you want to avoid the crowds and ensure that you and your family members are safe and healthy and in that kind of environment. Look no further, because here's what this package is. You're going to have a private plane. You're going to get a chance to use that private plane to fly to the Bahamas. You're on a Cessna 421 Golden Eagle for 4, and you've got a beachfront cottage in Elbow Cay, Abaco Island, Bahamas. This trip is for 7 days and 6 nights, so imagine the beaches, imagine the crystal clear water. Understand that the plane can hold up to 4 people, the cottage can hold up to 6. So you might have 4 flying from the Tampa Bay area. You have relatives who live somewhere else, and you say, hey, listen, why don't you fly down and meet us there? You can do that as well. You'll be able to depart from any of the local executive airports, right? Orlando, Winter Haven, Tampa, or St. Pete, Clearwater. But I want to tell you, there's a gentleman who wants to tell you about this opportunity. It's the gentleman who has donated the private flight to get you to the Bahamas, to allow you to fly not only first class, but the ultimate first class aboard this beautiful Cessna 421 Golden Eagle. He is the donor of the plane trip. He is the co-owner of Bagley Promotional Items and Apparel. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael Fox.
Thanks, Jason. We hope one of tonight's guests is ready to get away in a Cessna 421 Golden Eagle. This private plane ride offers several luxurious benefits that are more relevant than ever with what's going on with COVID-19. On top of avoiding crowds of people, security lines, and wait times, you can count on a clean experience that puts your health first. Also, we're here to accommodate you. Enjoy the flexibility of flying on your own schedule. Whether it's a long weekend or special occasion, it's a true joy to donate this flight to help further Advent Health's mission. Okay, Jason, take it up and away.
Take it up and away. I see what he did there, right? Good job, Michael. Thank you for that, and thank you for making this donations. Folks, we mentioned the turquoise waters, we mentioned the sunshine, the diving, the snorkeling, the surfing, the beautiful sunrises. Do I need more adjectives for you here? The ocean views, the spacious decks. Let's go ahead and show a picture of the cottage you'll be staying in. Can we scroll back to that real quick so we can see that? That is the shot of the outside. Does that not shout the Bahamas at you? But I want to show the waterfront view. This is the view from your cottage while sitting on your deck, right? That is absolutely gorgeous, right? So what I can tell you is that we started the bid on this at $1,500. We should have had about 3 dozen bids at $1,500, but oh, Kristen McCall, she got in. She got it going at $1,500. Then Sonia Ranker came in at $2,000. Kristen came back. Then Bill came in at $3,000. Is that Bill Gorell? He's a $3,000 bidder. Randy Bush was in at $3,500. Robin McGinnis, a $4,000 bidder. Terry Shaw came back. Folks, lots of bidders on this package. Right now, the top bid is Bill Gorell at $5,000. I now need a $5,500 bid on this package. Understand, the stay is for 6 people in the cottage. The flight is for 4. I will also tell you that if you so desire, you can split those 2 things up. If you want to stay in the house at one time and use the flight somewhere else, you can do that as well, as long as it's within 2.5 hours flight of the Tampa Bay area. So we're selling it as a package together. You can win it together. I need a $5,500 bidder out there for the private plane, the trip to the Bahamas, the house, the cottage in the Bahamas. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and the gorgeous water views. You see the plane there that you'll be sitting in. I got a $5,500 bidder. We're going to go ahead. I currently have a $5,000 bid. I need a $5,500 bidder. Who's going to get it at $5,500? Can we delete that $5,500 bid, please? I got a $5,000 bid. I now need somebody to go $5,500. We're going to stretch this one out just a little bit, folks, and you know what? Go back one more to the flight, to the plane, is what I want to show. Because as you see there, many of us may have seen the inside of a prop plane, right? And you look at the inside of the prop plane, it doesn't feel or look first class. But you look at this, and it is. I will tell you that as Michael talked about, it has all the modern amenities of a flight, of a plane that you would want to take. You're going to fly it to the Bahamas. It will have all the safety procedures to keep everyone healthy and clean in that environment. You will look no further. So we had a $5,500 bid. I now have a $6,000 bid. By the way, I love this. Dr. Ali, I'm guessing doctor is not the first name, right? It's just the title. But he registers as Dr. Ali because everyone just knows him as Dr. Ali. We'll take it. I got a $6,000 bid from Dr. Ali. Let's ring the bell. Let's hoot and holler for that one, right? So Terry Shaw was in at $4,500. Bill Grell came in at $5,000. We had a $5,500, and now we got a $6,000. I got a $6,000 bid. I now need somebody to go $6,500. Is there a $6,500 bidder anywhere? We got it. Bill Grell came back at $6,500. You can hoot and holler when we get the bids. It's okay, right? I now need a $7,000 bid. Is there a $7,000 bidder out there one time? Dr. Ali, are you coming back? Are you going to try to outbid Bill Grell one time? I now need a $6,000 bid. So Bill and Dr. Ali going back and forth. Terry Shaw was last in at $4,500. Is there a $7,000 bidder out there one time? Who's going to go? I will tell you, at $7,000, if we do get 3 couples into this house to stay, I'm just looking for about $2,200, $2,300 per couple. Think about that, right? You stay in the Bahamas for this length of time. It's an amazing trip. You're there for a week. The flight for 4 people. Is there a $7,000 bidder? We're going to find out in the next 30 seconds because I'm going to put the 30-second counter on this auction item right now. And now we just wait and see. We watch those bids populate right there. We read those descriptions one more time. Who's going to go one time? Anybody in? This is live auction number 3. Paradise calling. Who is it calling? Is it going to be Dr. Ali? Is it going to be Bill Grell? They're going back and forth. Or is it going to be somebody who jumps in at the very last second that we haven't seen their name on this auction lot just yet? Maybe it's somebody who bid lower down and they got a new bid in. Is there a $7,500 bid before this one closes out? We're going to watch those names, and I'm going to tell you that think about the paradise of you sitting there, the warm breeze blowing on your face. You're sitting on that deck. You're lounging in that pool. I now need a $7,500 bid. Who's going to go before it closes out? We're watching the screens here, and folks, I will tell you that when we do say sold on this item, when we do see that it's closed, I will tell you that we will absolutely erupt inside the studio because this is a tremendous auction item for those who are bidding on it. The retail value of this one is more than $9,000. We're going to see if we can get a bid any closer to that. What I will tell you, though, is we are sold on this item at $7,000 to Dr. Ali. Thank you from Advent Health, and thank you for supporting the hospital through our foundation. Now, we'll move on to what in many auctions is the ultimate auction item, right? And in many auctions, we have a pair of tickets for the Super Bowl. Well, in this auction, they said, pair. We don't do pairs. How about 4 tickets to the Super Bowl? And dare I say that this is donated by the Buccaneers, and they've donated 4 tickets to what could be, dare I say, a home game? 4 tickets to the Super Bowl played right here in our backyard. It's the first Sunday in February. It's February 7th. It's at Raymond James Stadium. And we're lucky enough to have join us to make this presentation the man who leads your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's bring him in right now. How you doing, Coach?
Good evening, everyone. This is Bruce Arians, the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We are honored to have great partners like Advent Health. Together, we can make a meaningful difference and have a lasting impact in our community. We know the importance of teamwork. So tonight, we ask that you join us by bidding on this package of 4 Super Bowl tickets. Thank you, and go Bucs.
All right, go Bucs. Go all the way to the Super Bowl. Let's hope so, right? For the first time ever, no team has ever played a home game in the Super Bowl or played the Super Bowl in their home stadium. This could be the year, folks, and you could be one of 4 winners of this auction lot. 4 tickets to the game. I will also tell you that these are not just any seats. Because they come straight through the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we're able to tell you that they're going to be premier seats. I can only tell you that and keep it that, but you know they come from the team. Now, we started the bid on this. We started at 2,000? That's got to be a typo. Did we do that? Apparently we started at 2,000, right? It went awful quick. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Larry Bagby was in early. Joseph Ball was in early. Cameron O'Connell was in at 9,500. Then she went back and forth with Joe and Cameron, and Ryan Smith got in at 11,000. Joe Kokalakis was in at 12,500. They went back and forth. Larry and Joe a little bit more. Carol Martin was in at 14,000. Larry Bagby came back at 14,500. Folks, lots of names in here. Anna Ali got in at 15,500. $16,500. Colleen Chappelle at $16,000. Anna came back, and Joseph Boss at $17,000. I got you right here, just long enough to have Anna Ali say, I got one more on you, right? At $17,500. So that is currently our top bidder until we had a quick run right there. Pronounce the first name for me. Jugal Tanasia is in at $18,000. Anna Ali came in at $18,500. Jugal Tanasia came in at $19,000. So we got a $19,000 bid for these 4 tickets to the Super Bowl. Folks, I'm telling you, even at $5,000 a pop, as soon as we get over $20,000, it's still a steal, because these are not just any tickets. They're Bucks tickets. The game's going to be here in town. Think about how hard that ticket is to get when it's anywhere, but when in your hometown. So I got a $19,000 bid from Jugal Tanasia, who outbid Anna Ali, and Joseph Ball was in at $17,000. So the Balls, the Alis, the Tanasias, who's going to go one more time? I now need somebody at $19,500 before we put that counter on this clock. I feel like it's out there. I feel like this is going to get over $20,000 for Advent Health. Think about the mission. Think about the money you're donating, the funds you're raising to help support the foundation, who then in turn is getting that through to the hospital. So we get a $19,000 bid from Jugal Tanasia. Anyone else before we put the counter on it? I now need somebody at $19,500. I'm looking at the screens right here and see if anybody else wants to go. Who's going to go $19,500? I need a $19,500 bid. Anybody want to go one time? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the 30-second counter on the clock, and I have a feeling that there are people who are thinking to themselves, this could be my chance. This could be my chance to go to the Super Bowl, right? Many people call it the hardest ticket of the year every year. So I got a $19,000 bid. We're doing it in $500 increments. So I now need $19,500 before it closes out. Understand that, again, all bidding is done on your phone. That clock is going to show up on your phone at any minute. I'm watching it here. And as soon as it shows up, you'll know you just have a few seconds left to bid on this auction lot. So I now need a bidder at $19,500. The Super Bowl in Tampa, Brady, Gronkowski. Do I need to go any further? Coach Arians has put together, along with Jason Light, the general manager, an amazing team this year. And for the first time in a long time, we can say this team could go to the Super Bowl. And could you watch them in their home stadium and you could be sitting there in premier seats provided by the Buccaneers? We're about to find out, right? So I'm watching my screens here that Qtego was provided to see who our top bidder is. Anybody want to go one time? Who's going to go? Get those bids in. Understand that on your phone's the only way to do it, right? So I'm watching. So it closed out. And let me tell you how this went in those last few seconds. Because Ryan Smith, who again was laying low, he got in a bid at $19,500. But oh, by the way, Anna Ali, a quick trigger finger. We're selling this for $20,000. Thank you from Advent Health. That was a lot of fun when that happens at the last second just like that. All right. Now, I will tell you, the Advent Health team thought to themselves, listen, we're going into an auction lot, into an auction that needs things that people need these days. And what do you need? Many of us are working from home. This package is called Elevate Your Workspaces. It's donated by Workscapes, Dell and Logitech. This is the final live auction item of the night, and in this one, we're going to feature Elizabeth and Richard Dvorak. Richard is the incoming chair for the Carolwood Foundation Board, and the irony of him being the incoming chair and him donating a chair, among other things, is amazing. I love it. But I will tell you that as the incoming chair of the Carolwood Foundation, he's excited to feature these items with you. But this is so much more than just office furniture. But it's not for me to tell you about it. Once again, we're going to turn it over to people who certainly know this business, know this industry, and know the top-of-the-line items that you're going to get. It's the Workscape CEO, Elizabeth Dvorak, and her son, Will Dvorak, who tell us a little bit more about this beautiful package. Hey, guys.
Thank you, Jason. We are so honored to support Advent Health and to help elevate the work-from-home experience. And now I'm pleased to turn it over to my son, Will.
Thanks, Mom. So I'm a 2-time lymphoma survivor, and luckily I received treatment my latest round with Advent Health. I've received treatment for about 8 months, and I'm pleased to say I've been cancer-free for 7 years. And I'm excited to be with you all tonight to help raise money to change and save lives. Tonight, we are offering a true work of art. Really, we are. This is a Herman Miller chair that is in the New York Museum of Modern Art. It is an all-time bestseller and will bring your home office comfort to new heights. We are also offering a Herman Miller adjustable desk, which you'll see pairs nicely with this chair. We are made to move, not stay in one position. This streamlined desk supports a healthier lifestyle by offering seated and standing positions.
Jason, help us bring an ideal workplace to one of tonight's guests. Now back to you.
All right, so there you heard it, right? You understand what's in this auction package. We certainly want to thank the donors of this package, and we want you to understand what this is. So to Will especially, thank you for sharing your courageous story of your battle and your fight and how Advent Health helped you overcome those battles. It's people like you who inspire us to keep going every day. Now, people are working from home a lot more, and that's why this auction package is perfect, because you're not only getting the chair. And I will tell you, it's funny, you hear off the time about this Herman Miller chair, and it's in the New York Museum of Modern Art. It is, right? It is a piece of art, and you saw it there, and you see it there on the screen. It is really an amazing chair, but it's not just the chair and the adjustable desk, and I'm about to tell you a little bit more about each one of those things. But it is also a Dell Latitude 5410 laptop, a 24-inch monitor, a Dell Thunderbolt docking station, and a Logitech keyboard and mouse. If only we would include someone to come do the work for you, this would really be an all-in package, right? But it is a chair, it is the adjustable table, it is all the electronics that you need while you're in there. This Herman Miller furniture is about as high quality as you can get. I've got lots of information here, but as I'm reading this information, there's people in my studio who are going, oh my God, here we go, here we go. So we're gonna talk about some of these because look what's happening right here. Terry Shaw was in at $3,000. Lauren Key got in at $3,250. Tom Pepin came back at $4,500. Marge Marchak came in at $4,750. We're now looking, we're going $250 increments. I got a $5,000 bid from Lauren Key. We got to get somebody to go $5,250. Understand that the ergonomic technology, yeah, keep it going, it's fine. The ergonomic technology of this chair and this table is amazing. The chair and table both come with 12-year warranties. The chair, the back of the chair has curves that will naturally curve with your spine. The tilt mechanism ensures that you can shift positions seamlessly. It will designed to support your lower back. It's all about the ergonomics and the technology behind it. So we had a bid last I looked at $5,000. That was Lauren Key. Terry Shaw came in at $5,250. Tom Pepin came in at $5,500. Terry Shaw came in at $5,750. I now need a $6,000 bidder on this one. Who's going to go $6,000? What happens apparently is when I go down and I read some of the details about those things, we get more bids. So I'm going to try this again right now, right? Here's a few more details that I can share with you. The Aeron chair, Herman Miller incorporated 2 decades worth of technological and ergonomic enhancements. The Herman Miller Renew Sit and Stand electric adjustable desk is 30 by 60. The incredible benefits of a standing desk. Think about it, right? Will said it in his comments, our bodies are meant to move and not stay still. And when I say your body's meant to move, I mean your thumb on the Submit My Bid button, right? So we have a $5,750 bid by Terry Shaw. $5,500 was Tom Pepin. Terry Shaw last in at $5,250 and Lauren Key just below that at $5,000. So I got 3 bidders above $5,000. It is the desk, it is the chair, the adjustable desk, the adjustable chair. It is the laptop computer, the 24-inch monitor, the Thunderbolt docking station, the Logitech keyboard and mouse. Is there a $6,000 bidder anywhere out there? Who's in at 6? Is there a $6,000 bidder anywhere? We're going to look at the screen one time. I'm going to look at you in the camera. I'm going to say who's going to bid $6,000 before we put this counter on the clock. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to put the 30-second counter on right now, and now we're going to wait, and we're going to see who's going to get those bids in. The Submit My Bid button is flashing and looking at you in the face. If you want to hit that button, now's the time to do it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to tell you a little bit more about these pieces because it's really amazing. We talked about the New York Museum of Modern Art. It is the best-selling chair of all time. It is a task chair, the 12-year warranty, the perfect back curves. I love also on here that they say breathable fabric, right? It's comfortable, if nothing else, right? I promise you. The tilt mechanism on the chair ensures that you can shift positions seamlessly. Your lower back region is taken care of. I need a $6,000 bidder. I have a feeling as the clock kicks down, there are people who are thinking to themselves, the descriptions that Jason is delivering to us, that's making me want to buy this, right? It's the chair, it's the table, it's the computer, it's the monitor, it's the Thunderbolt docking station, it's the Logitech keyboard, and it's the mouse, right? So here's what I want to do, and I'm going to tell you all because I know many of you can see it on your phones. We do have a winning bidder, right? And before we celebrate our winning bidder, what I will do is our winning bidder was at $5,750. What I think we can get Richard Dvorak to do, right? I'm getting thumbs up all over the room because sometimes I push the envelope and magic happens, right? Here's how I'm going to push the envelope. I bet I can get Richard Dvorak to do 2 of these. 2 total packages. the chair, the adjustable table, the computer, the monitor, the docking station, the keyboard, and the mouse. So what I'll do is I'm going to offer to Terry Shaw to save them $250. I'm going to put Terry down to $5,500 because my underbidder there was Tom Pepin at $5,500. And when I say sold on this item, there will be a total sell price of $11,000 for 2 packages. We are sold, thank you, from Advent Health. That is awesome. And Richard Dvorak, thank you. And I hope you're okay with that. And Elizabeth. Both of you, thank you so much, and certainly the entire family and Will and the whole organization for supporting Advent Health as you have. So folks, thank you there, a total of $11,000. Now, we move on to the next part of the program, and this is called the Gift from the Heart. In the Gift from the Heart, first we'll thank everyone who gave and bought and won items in the live auction. But in the Gift from the Heart part of the program, you're not going to get anything physical. You're not going to have the chair from Workscapes. You're not going to get Super Bowl tickets, but you are going to get the feeling of knowing that you gave from the bottom of your heart, and that's why we call it the gift from the heart. But I will tell you, it's not for me to tell you about the mission that you're giving towards. It's for someone who knows about it so well, because each day when he shows up to work, he feels it, he touches it, he knows it, and he's passionate about it. He is the Advent Health North Pinellas President and CEO. Please welcome Jason Dunkel.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening. And congratulations to all the live auction winners. Thank you for giving back and making a difference. All of you are here tonight for one reason: to help Advent Health continue to deliver the best care to every patient, every time. So tonight, I am honored to introduce you to one of those special patients who came to us in a life or death situation and was saved by our expert and loving care teams. Please sit back and watch Charles's story.
I started having shortness of breath. I want to say around maybe 9. The grace of God, I made it home because, I was gasping for air driving home. And once I got home, I kind of collapsed on the couch, and I was trying to call 911, and my son Christian called 911. It's just like being underwater. You only got a few minutes on how long you can hold your breath, and that's always been a little paranoia for me to not be able to breathe. They got me hooked up to the oxygen. For the time being, I was okay until I started hyperventilating. That's when they got me up to ICU.
Charles came to us. His condition was deteriorating, and the normal course of action in an ICU when you're having respiratory problems is to intubate. With COVID, it was just the opposite. So we pushed that off as long as we could and knew that he was going to have to be intubated. His plea was, don't let me die.
But she came in and she was very straightforward. She said, look, I'm going to need you to fight. And I was like, wow, pray for me. And she was like, no, I'm going to pray with you. She made me feel like I was someone that, she's been knowing forever. And she prayed with me, and I asked her to call my mother. I told her, I said, Mom, I don't want to die. That's the last I remember of that. I was gone.
We huddle at the first of the shift. I'll go in and listen to huddle, and then many times just say a prayer for them and say, let me pray for you for the Lord to protect you through the night, to guide your hands and give you wisdom and strength.
We just kept going no matter what we thought was coming or what we saw or, what each day brought.
What comes, we're going to handle it. We're going to do what we do best. We're critical care nurses, and we save lives.
As a team, we worked very closely together with making sure that IVs were kept going, that nothing ran dry, that whoever was in the room had support.
He was our champion. We rallied around him. We rallied around everybody, but we were especially invested because he was our first intubated patient.
And just to see the strength in Charles, he wanted to fight, and you could see the fight, and that made us want to fight for him as well.
with this pandemic, we don't have any visitors. And so that is very hard on families not to be able to be in with their loved ones. So every day we call twice a day and we give updates.
It was nerve-wracking. I couldn't imagine how close we are, so I couldn't think of like, oh, my dad's like going. Like, I couldn't picture that.
You know, you take a step at a time. We never went backwards with him. We continued to go forward, and I would always say, you know, we didn't go backwards, so we're good.
The doctors that took care of me, they actually sat there and explained to me, you know, whether I was getting better, what I needed to do to get better. So that's a big thing for me, you know, to be able to have people that care for me like that. It meant a lot to me.
And I got to be the one to push Charles out, which was such a beautiful ceremony. And to be part of that, like our first person that, you know, we had, it had been through so much, and, you know, we made it as a family, as a team.
I actually think we kind of fought a little bit over who was going to actually wheel him out the day he was discharged.
I was at the door as he rolled out, and actually went out to the car, and it's very hard to put into words without getting emotional. It was a win for North Pinellas and Charles.
I could never repay them for just the time and the care that they put into taking care of me. Hey, it's safe to say I love them. I love them because through God, through them, I'm here, you know. It just makes you look at life in a whole different perspective, and thank God that I'm still around to be able to say, hey, come here and give me a hug, or jump in my truck and go to the beach and, you know, meditate, get on my metal detector, or, you know, take pictures or things of that nature, things that I like doing.
Makes you appreciate it more.
Yeah, it really does. It really does, you know. It means a lot to just be able to see another day.
Lean on me, right? Thank you to Charles and Christian for sharing your story, and thank you for the healthcare heroes who never stopped fighting for Charles. Understand that Lean on Me song that you heard there, we hope that you think about that through this next part of the program, because every single day there are people who lean on me. And when I say me, I don't mean me. I mean the mission that we're all representing here tonight. It's Advent Health. All the healthcare workers, and what we're going to try to do now is raise funds to support the mission of Advent Health. I'd like to ask each one of you to get personally involved and give to this mission. By donating tonight, you can help Advent Health continue its mission of extending the healing ministry of Christ. You can help people just like Charles live their healthiest, happiest lives and feel whole. Understand how this Bid from the Heart part of the program works. All night long, I've been directing you to your phones, right? And on your phones right now, as you look at it, you'll be able to see the donation buttons on your screen. As I call out donation amounts, I encourage you to think about what donation level you would like to give at. As you hit those buttons, I will see on the screen here, we will call you out, I will thank you, we will celebrate you, we will acknowledge you. We got some big goals for tonight's Gift from the Heart. The way it's going to work is I'm going to start a little bit high and work all the way down. During Charles's video, I was delivered a message. And the message is a really special gift to kick off our Gift from the Heart. This gift comes from the Glazer family and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And what they've decided to do to kick off tonight's Gift from the Heart is a gift of $50,000. The question is, who will follow their lead? To help tell us a little bit more about this gift and the importance that Advent Health plays in their lives, in this community's lives, we want to welcome to the program Darcy Glazer Kasowitz.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of my family and the entire Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization, we are honored to be here tonight with all of you and our longtime partners, Advent Health. Throughout COVID-19, we have all had to find ways to continuously adapt, and we feel that we're all in this together. Our community is strong, and we're always finding ways to support one another, and especially all of the heroes that keep us going. That's why I'm thrilled to kick off this portion of the program to show our support of Advent Health's healthcare heroes and incredible people like Charles. I hope our commitment inspires you to make a meaningful gift of your own. Now, back to Jason so we can all get started.
Darcy, thank you. We are started. With that sort of gift, we certainly are started. This sort of giving is transformational giving. And what the Glazer family and the Buccaneers have said is that they want to inspire others to give. And they're hoping that there will be others who will match their donations. So they're going to match the first $50,000 that we're able to raise. So you see the dollar amount on there, but from this point, we want to get $50,000 more dollars to put towards their $50,000 gift. So are there two donors at $25,000 who can hit that button and donate and give tonight to Advent Health, to join the Glazers, to join the Buccaneers, to help get to that level? Is there a $25,000 donor out there? If not at $25,000, how about at $10,000? Are there $10,000 donors out there who will help us reach the $50,000 ask that the Glazers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had? Where are my $10,000 donors? We'll look down there at the screen. We will acknowledge and thank so many of those people throughout the program. We do have our first $10,000 donor. How about that, right? Round of applause for Frontier Communications. So to Frontier Communications, thank you for there. We also have $10,000 from Joseph Baugh and MedVest. Let's give a round of applause for them, right? Another $10,000. So, all right, I'm going to make sure I read that screen correctly. We'll get it in. I see everyone's excited in this room because we do have a $25,000 gift that just came in. We want to, there's a dance party going on in the room right now. So can we sort by, yeah, I see it right there. That's Terry Shaw. Terry Shaw with a $25,000 gift to Advent Health. So Terry, thank you so much. I talked about its transformational giving. Those $25,000 donations, those $10,000 donations like MedVest and Frontier Communications that came in. Anyone else at $25,000 or $10,000? We're at $45,000 of that $50,000 ask from the Glazers and the Buccaneers combined. Anyone else before we move on to our next level? Understand that the Glazers and the Buccaneers have agreed to match the first $50,000 that we got out the gate. So that $25,000 became $50,000 like that. The two $10,000s from Frontier and from MedVest became $20,000 like that, all because of the Buccaneers and the match by the Glazers. Anyone else at $25,000 or $10,000 before we move on to the next level? All right. At this next level, and I'd love to see the name scrolling, and I'd love to see the dollar amount growing right there. We will get to name as many of those donors as quickly as we can, I promise, when the time is right there. But what I will tell you is we're going to go to the next level of ask, the next level of donation. For this one, we have a special video also to help tee it off. This one comes from your Tampa Bay Lightning, and they too have a special challenge for those of you who are watching. So let's turn it over to the CEO of your Stanley Cup champions to give you this message.
Hi, I'm Steve Griggs, CEO of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and tonight you can help Advent Health double its donation. For our Community Hero program, we're proud to donate $50,000 to help support the great work of Advent Health, true healthcare heroes during this pandemic, keeping our community safe. Advent Health will use this hero donation tonight as a match, so we don't want to miss out on the chance to make your generous contribution go twice as far. So please join our Lightning team and help spread some hope. I challenge 10 guests to give $5,000 right now to help support brave patients like Charles and the inspiring Advent frontline heroes who continue to rise to the occasion and deliver whole person care. Thank you, and go Bolts.
All right. What I will tell you there, folks, is that that is an amazing offer by the Lightning. But they're looking for 10 people who will follow their lead and come up with the match to get to their $50,000 gift. So everyone at $5,000 will be put towards then. We need at least 10 donors at $5,000. So we have Jugal Tanasia, Erica Skula is in at $5,000. Joe Kokolakis is in at $5,000. Vadlin Didenko is in at $5,000. Colleen Chappelle is in at $5,000. Bruce Bergham is in at $5,000. Folks, understand there were $25,000. Those donations at $5,000 a piece, they each came at you that quickly and they became $10,000. So we'll keep rolling those and you keep seeing the names scroll on the screen there. We talked about Bruce Bergman's donation. Who else at $5,000? I'm going to wait and see until they come on the screen, though. It's going to be awesome when they're put in there. Here we go. We're seeing if there's other $5,000 donors that come in. Roger Joyce is a $5,000 donor. Thank you so much to Roger, right? We've got a few more that are rolling in. Our total is now at $138,260. We're looking for other $5,000 donors. DPR Construction is a $5,000 donor, right? How about that one? We're almost there. I have to guess we probably have 8 or 9 at this point. We're going to see if a couple other 5,000 rolls in because we have to get 10 of them. Are there other $5,000 donors out there? We're right now at $143,760. The Glazer family and the Buccaneers kick us off with $50,000. The Lightning have come back with this $50,000 gift. We mentioned Roger and Betsy Joyce. Their name will scroll now there at their $5,000 donation level. Are there other $5,000 donors out there? We're looking to see who wants to hit that $5,000 button. Understand that on your phone, you'll see that $5,000 button, and we encourage you to hit it and donate. Anyone else at $5,000? So Autumn, when you get a minute, you'll switch over to the other screen. Take your time, but when you get to the other screen, I want to see if we can get all the 5,000 and count them up. Because we got to get 10 of them before we move on, right? I love it. So we mentioned the Joyces, DPR Construction. All right. We need 3 more at $5,000. There's someone who will get their finger on that button and hit that $5,000 donation level. Understand the difference you make at $5,000 is not just $5,000, it's $10,000. So is there a $5,000 donor out there who wants to keep us going? Folks, Mike Schultz, the president and CEO of Advent Health West Florida. He's a $5,000 donor, right? We've got lots of other $1,000 donations coming in. And we'll get to those. We're going to name as many of those as we can because we're over $150,000 now. But we're in need of 3 more $5,000 donations. We want to take a moment now and understand the Advent Health Care team. They sent in some comments that they wanted you to hear to hopefully inspire you to give. This is a quote from one of our care team members. It has been heartwarming to see that our community understands what we go through every day and keep them safe. Every generous gesture and donation means the world to us. Understand how that works. Francis Crunk is a $5,000 donor. How about that, right? I love to see that. So we got Francis in. We had Mike Schultz in. We're at 9. We need 1 more $5,000 donor. Is there another $5,000 donor out there who will bump this up from $160,000 to $165,000? At $5,000, you hit that button, you wrap up this Tampa Bay Lightning match. This will be our 2nd match of the evening. Who's in at $5,000? Anybody else? So the Lightning number is going in, and we're going to ask anyone at $5,000 who wants to do just that, we can. Now, I will tell you, I'm about to attempt something that's going to be very, very dangerous. I will also tell you that our production company doesn't know we're doing this, so I'm going to ask Jay Thor to roll with the punches here. And I think the best thing for me to do is to hold this kind of close to my microphone because I know the picture is not going to be very good, right? But what we have here, right? So that's Tom and Laura Pepin, right? Right. And so here's what I'm going to do. They're on the phone right here, and I don't know how well my microphone's going to pick it up, but I'm going to kind of hold you next to me, Tom. And you got a message you want to share with us?
Jason, I can feel the heartbeat right now, the heartbeat of Advent Health. I can feel the collective energy tonight also of all that Advent Health does in our community, and we want to be part of it. So we'd like to offer that we match the Glazers $50,000. And I know that Advent Health, as stewards of all this money that we're raising tonight, is going to take care of our community. So thank you for all you do, Advent.
Truly, through these difficult times, we are so grateful to have such a wonderful team that can take care of our community.
I mean, that is awesome. That is awesome. So Tom and Laura, from everyone who's here with us, thank you, right? So, folks, this is technology, and this is how it happens, right? $50,000 comes in from the Pepins. So you know what? I'm going to hand the phone off right now because I want you guys to be able to watch the show from the studio if you so choose. But so the Pepins are in at $50,000, which takes us well over the $250,000 number, right? So we're going to keep it going there. So we're going to enter it. So here's what I do want to make sure that Autumn, are you putting that one in? Yes. So Autumn's going to put that donation in, and we're going to watch those numbers grow. So folks, understand the transformational gifts have all been huge. The three $50,000 gifts. We had a $25,000 gift. We had two $10,000 gifts. We had at least 10 $5,000 gifts. Our total right now is at $211. We're going to see if that grows a little bit right now. Is that $211 with the Pepins gift? There it is, $261,910, folks, and we're not even underneath the $5,000 level. So as I look down at the screen and I thank these donors who are coming in and making these donations, we called for $50,000 and $25,000 and $10,000 and $5,000. We're now at the $2,500 level. Are there donors at $2,500? If we can bring up those that have donated $2,500 to this point, we want to acknowledge them. So that's Colleen Chappelle is a $2,500 donor. Lauren Key is a $2,500 donor. So we've had two at $2,500. We'll encourage you at $2,500. I would pull out my phone to show it to you, but the Pepins are on my phone over here. I can't show you my phone anymore. Anyone else? 2D Mechanical Systems is in at $2,500. Folks, we are at $264,410. Who else at $2,500 before we move on? Folks, we may get close to $275,000 or more, right? Anyone else at $2,500 before we move on? Every one of these gifts is changing lives and making a difference for those in our community. Whole body care. Anybody else at $2,500 before we move on? Where are my donors at $1,000? My $1,000 donors who are going to get that number over $275 for me. I know we've had a lot of thousands that have come in already in the program. We're going to switch screens here so I can see my $1,000 donors. So those $1,000 donors that we want to acknowledge and thank to this point, we're scrolling down to them right now. I love the fact that it takes a little while to get to them because we got to get through the donations that were $2,500 and above. So let's go with, I'm going to step forward so I can see a little bit better. That's Maeve Mickle. Belinda Grant is in at $1,000. Amanda Maggard is in at $1,000. Royce Brown is a $1,000 donor. Robin McGinnis is a $1,000 donor. Jason Dunkel, we heard from him earlier in the program. Thank you, Jason, for your $1,000 donation. Eric Wainsgris at Wainsgris. He's at the one. Is that 1,000 also? Yes. Marge Marchak at 1,000. Folks, all these donations have come in. Stephen Lyons is in at $1,000. Joe Johnson was a big bidder in our live auction. He's a $1,000 donor. Bill Gorell is in at $1,000. Folks, all those $1,000 donors helped us get to $264,410. Where are my other $1,000 donors? Who's got the finger on the button? We got some new ones that have just come in here. Andrew Morgan is a $1,000 donor. Gregory Pernick is a $1,000 donor. So to Andrew and Gregory, thank you so much for your $1,000 donations. We're at $266,410. Who else at $1,000? Folks, I will tell you, you heard Charles's story earlier. And what I love about Charles's story is that it included Christian, his son, Christian who helped him call 911, who brought him to Advent Health. Anyone else at 1,000? We're going to keep refreshing that screen and keep looking down and see who's going to get in at that $1,000 level before we move on. I still believe we're going to get awfully close to $275,000. The names continue to scroll over. Jason Newmeyer is in at $1,000, right? Let's applaud that one, right? I haven't had that energy in a little while. We got another one from Marnie Donnelly is a $1,000 donor. We'll take that one also. We're up to $268,410. And I'm sure people have reasons for donating whatever dollar amount they want to. But now's the time, $1,000 and above. Anyone else? All right. We're going to go down to the $500 level. We've got lots of $500 donors that have already come in. We'll do our best to thank as many of those as we can. We'll scroll down and thank $500 donors. So here we go. This is where the list begins, right? Martin Clifford is a $500 donor. Adam Johnson at $500. Jennifer Snyder is a $500 donor. Susan Reisman is a $500 donor. I love it. That's Lily's mom. Thank you, Mom. Michael Azzarelli is probably someone's dad for all we know, so thank you to you as well, right? He's a $500 donor. Vicky May is a $500 donor. Thank you. Anyone else at $500? We're at $269,410. $500 donations will creep us up. Two more, we're over $270,000. Who else at $500? I'm asking you to put your finger on that button and think about the difference that you can make in the lives of people in our community. We know that certainly there are troubling times for many of us, but we also know that for those of us who can give, we ask you to make that donation now. We're at $269,410. Anyone else before we move on to the next level? Michelle Stowall, Michelle, you're a drama queen. I love it. You waited to the last second before I moved on to the next level. You are a $500 donor also. Thank you for your contribution. We are just short of $270,000. Do we have one more at $500 before we move on? Can I get us over that $270,000 limit before we move on to the next level? We thanked Michael and Vicky and Michelle, all at $500, our last three $500 donors. I look down at my screen and I thank Susan, I thank the Pepins, I thank Bill Gorell, I thank the Lightning. Anyone else at $500? I thank Vicky May, I see her name on the screen there. Anyone else? Marnie Donnelly, thank you. Jason Newmeyer, thank you. Gregory Pernick, thank you. Andrew Morgan. Anyone else at $500? We'll go down to the $250 level. Who wants to give $250 to Advent Health? Who wants to make that donation, make that contribution? I'll call out some of my 250s from before. Kenneth Bradley, Jason Newmeyer, Brad Bjornstead, Kevin McCall, Jeff Giganti, thank you. Jim Henning, he got the dinner at Jeff Giganti's place and still donating more. Jim, thank you for that. John Bychick is in. Brad Bjornstead is in. Jennifer Murdy is in. All of these $250 donors. Understand the next $250 donation gets us over the $270,000 mark. Is there someone who can hit that $250 button and get us there? Now, I will tell you, all right, we'll take that one. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but we'll take it because it is going to get us over that level to $270,000. So let me tell you, we have one more level to call. And at this level, I want you all to change your mindset just a little bit. For those of you who have maybe already given already, or for those of you who haven't given yet and have been waiting for your opportunity, I believe this to be it. Because at this level, we're calling it the Lean On Me level, the Do It for Charles level. You heard the story of Charles a moment ago. And hey, Jay Thor, are we able to get that picture of Charles and his son up on the screen for a quick moment? Because this is the level that we want you all to think about Charles. Less than 6 months ago, this man was fighting for his life, and he was at Advent Health. And after being intubated for 6 days and being at the hospital for much longer than that, he left the hospital to the tune of Lean On Me, to those from the staff in the hospital singing him out the door, serenading him out the door, including the president and CEO, Jason Dunkel. So as we come back to me on camera, I'm going to ask you for the $100 level. Everyone who can give at $100, I encourage you to give it now. I will also tell you, the note they're showing me on the screen right here is that Jugal Tanasia has given $5,000, but what he has done, he has given it 50 times. He has given $100 50 times because he believes in this Lean On Me level. So he has given 50 $100 level donations. Jugal Tanasia, thank you for that. Who will follow him? That's right, I love that bell. Who will follow him? Sam Greenberg with the foundation, she's given $100. Who else at $100 at this level? Lisa Altman also with the foundation at $100. Anyone else at $100? We had lots of them come in earlier. I didn't get Denise Bales Chubb, she was a $250 donor. Linda Hauff at $100. We are at $270,460. This is the Lean On Me level. Dima Didenko is a $100 donor. And I know that was a donor from earlier on, so please don't be afraid if you haven't given already to give now. If you gave already, that's okay too. Ellen Bergherm is in at $1,000, so we'll make sure that one gets added on. I will tell you, the communication between people in the room, people are getting text messages and calls about people who want to make donations. We're at $270,560. So what I will encourage you to do, Howard Grossworth is in at $100. Thank you so much. Anyone else at $100? What I will tell you at this point is that this is my all call. So whether you want to give $40 or $40,000, right? Now's the time to put it in. Jason Newmeyer gives once again, has given much tonight. Karen Benoit has given $100. But this is the time to put that donation in your phone. $5, $25, $100. Now, nice, another mom has given. So Karen Benoit, thank you. Amanda Griffin, she certainly with the foundation as well. Amanda, thank you for your donation. We've got Ellen's donation that has just come in. Folks, we are creeping up over $171,000. The screen's gonna refresh any moment. We're at $172,000 because now's the time, at whatever level you can put it in at, now's the time to do it, right? Is this another McCall that I should be calling out? That's her husband. Now he's in too, right? Lauren Key is now in. Jason Dunkel, are these new ones that came in? Lauren Key at 500, Jason Dunkel at 500. Jay Thor, the production house that we're at, Jay Thor is donating here this evening. So Jay, thank you so much for supporting this mission and this cause. We're at $173,160. As I wrap up this part of the program, I will tell you we're going to watch those dollars continue to grow. Because what we just did there, and we want to celebrate this number, Courtney Sanchez at 100, is what we just did there in the last 12 or 13 minutes is raised for the Advent Health mission, for Advent Health West Florida, $273,260. That is something special. That is something special. In this community, our viewers, our donors watching this evening, you understand the critical need to help this organization continue to thrive. Nancy Alfonso is $500. Keep them coming. We'll get to as many as we can. Folks, I do want to take a moment to thank everyone who gave from their heart. Tonight, you have impacted directly the people in your community. Your generosity is truly making a difference in the lives of our Advent Health frontline heroes and the patients and the families they selflessly serve every day. Now, many of you have submitted photos on how you're watching tonight's event to show your thanks for the Advent Health frontline heroes. In just a few moments, we're going to show some screens that you all will be able to see all the pictures and all the posts that you all have been sending in so you can see how you've been interacting with us throughout the program tonight. Thank you for making an impact here for Advent Health. Before we go, I do have one more special introduction to do. It's a group who you heard earlier, the Academy Prep of Tampa Youth Choir. I got to get this one in now too, right? Annette Greenberg, what's the relation? Mom, another mom, we'll take that one too. Annette, thank you so much. But what I will tell you is the Academy Prep of Tampa Youth Choir is going to perform another song for you. And you can probably guess what song it's going to be, right? It's going to be Lean On Me, because they are conveying that message once again, that everyone with Advent Health has leaned on those watching tonight, those in our community. Hannah Wickman, thank you for your $250 donation. They have allowed us to lean on you, our donors and our supporters, as you have helped raise a tremendous amount of money for this tremendous cause. My name is Jason Alpert. I've loved being your MC and auctioneer tonight. Thank you so much for all you do for Advent Health. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, here is the Academy Prep of Tampa Youth Choir. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you for spending your evening with Advent Health. Your generosity heals. In honor of Charles, we have a special performance just for you. Just remember, when times get rough, there will always be someone for you to lean on. Thank you and have a good night.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things that you need to borrow for. No one can fill those of your needs. Simple won't let you. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me, call me, call me if you need a friend. Call me, call me, call me if you need a friend. Call me, call me, call me if you need a friend.